Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're going to do linear systems, or linear combinations. Yesterday we were doing substitution. Okay, so it says substitution method to solve this linear system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this one for x. So x will be 1 plus y. I'm going to plug this value in for the 5. So it's 5 times 1 plus y minus 4y equals 0. So 5 plus 5y minus 4y equals 0. So this is 1y, you subtract 5y is negative 5. I'm going to put this back in. Remember, we were calling this yesterday our key. So if I put negative 5 in there, 1 minus 5 would be negative 4. So our solution point is negative 4, negative 5. Now, try to cut down on time usage, so you can substitute that in, make sure it works with both, and it will. Okay, just make sure it checks out. Over here, this y is already solved for. So that's our key right now. So I can go to 2x plus. Now instead of y, I'm going to put in negative 2x plus 6, and that's going to equal negative 2. So this is going to give me 6 equals negative 2. That's never going to happen, so there's nothing we can put in there that would work. So that's no solution. Remember, if they're equal, like 3 equals 3, that's all real numbers should work, okay? Or an infinite number of solutions, I should say. Okay, so how do we solve a linear system using linear combinations? People usually like doing it this way. Arrange your terms so the x's, the y's, the equal signs all line up in the constants. We're going to multiply, if necessary, one of the equations and maybe by a negative, so that way when we add them, the x or the y will cancel out, leaving us with one that we can solve for. Once you do that, substitute that value back in to solve for the other one. So that was it in a real quick nutshell. Let's actually see what it looks like. So looking at these vertically, they're lined up, x's are lined up, y's are lined up, equal signs are lined up, numbers are lined up. So this is good to go. We realize that if I add these vertically, the 3 x's will cancel out. Give you 6y when you add those equal 12. So y will be equal to 2 when you divide by 6. Doesn't matter which one you put it in. I'm going to put it in the top one, so this will be 3x plus 4 equals 7, because 2 times 2 is 4. So 3x equals 3, x is 1. So our solution point is 1, 2. You can plug those back in to check your solution. I'll do it for this first one, but as I work through these problems, I'm not going to do it for the sake of conserving time. Okay, so this is going to be 4 times 2 equals 5. So this is going to be 3 plus 4, that equals 7, sure does. This would be negative 3 plus 8 equals 5. So what's 8 minus 3? Because this is negative. 5 equals 5. So yeah, this is good to go. This is your answer. If I could spell, that would be even better. All right, over here on this side, now look at them. The y's cancel out. Everything's lined up vertically, so we'll get 7x plus 14. So x is equal to 2. I'm going to plug 2 back into this one. That'll give me 8 minus 2y equals 2. Subtract the 8. So negative 2y equals negative 6 divided by negative does. So y is going to equal 3. So the point you would want to check is 2, 3. Okay, just my quick check, 8 minus 6, yeah, that's 2. This one will be 6 plus 6, yeah, that equals 12. All right. Okay, going to the back sheet. Still sitting well. They really haven't challenged us because notice they're still lined up vertically. The x's right now, if I add these, will cancel out, leaving me with 5y equals 15. Y is 3. Plug this guy into here, I get 5x plus 6 equals negative 4. 5x equals negative 10. X is negative 2. So my point that you would want to check is negative 2, 3. Just quick, this will be negative 10 plus 6. Yeah, that's negative 4. This one will be positive 10 plus 9. Yeah, that's 19. So this is good. All right, coming over. Now, I see that x's, y's, numbers are lined up, but they're not going to cancel out. But if I multiply this top one by 2, my x's then will both have 4s. So right now, when I do that, I get 4x minus 3, saying 6y equals 8. I'm going to rewrite negative 4x plus 5y equals negative 8 on bottom. So let's add these vertically. I'm going to have negative y equals 0. So positive y then would be equal to 0. Plug it into any of them. So it'll be 2x minus 3 times 0 equals 4. So basically 2x equals 4. So x is going to give you 2. Point you want to check is 2, 0. Okay, and yeah, that will check out. All right, moving along here. Next two. Looks like I'm going to go after the y's, or I could go after the x's. The y's already have different signs, so I'm going to make this one times 5, and I'm going to make this one times 4. So going across, this is 15x plus 20y equals 30. The bottom one will be 8x minus 20y. 4 times 20 is 80. 80 minus 4 is 76, so that would be 76, negative 76. Let's add these equations. So I get 23x equals negative 46. So x is going to be negative 2 when I divide by 23. I'm going to plug the 2 in. So I have 3 times 2 plus 4y equals 6. So this is going to be 6 here. I'm going to subtract 6 over. 4y equals 0. Y is equal to 0. So negative 2, 0. Looks like our answer. Maybe, maybe not. Because when I plug that in, that doesn't work. So let me check some of my work here. I got 15x, 20y, 30, 8x, negative 20y, negative 76, negative 46, negative 2. That's where I missed my negatives. This is now 12. Check this. This is 12. Y is 3. There's my solution now. I missed the negative, ladies and gentlemen. Now if I check that, that does work. Okay, so let's go to 6. All right, I'm going to cancel out the x's. So I'm going to multiply this equation by 2. So 6x plus 2y equals 2. Down here I'm going to go negative 6x plus 6y equals negative 18. So adding these vertically, these cancel out. This will give me 8y equals negative 16. Y is equal to negative 2. I'm going to plug negative 2 in here, so I have 6x plus 2 times negative 2, and then forget my negative this time. 6x minus 4, 6x equals 6, x is equal to 1. So we're looking at 1, negative 2. Money. All right, so that one looks wonderful. All right, let's keep going. 8, 7, and 8. And then we have a couple more down there at the bottom. Okay, so right on time looks like. Let's go with here. I'm going to multiply this top one by negative 2. So this is negative 2x plus 4y minus 6. This is going to stay 2x minus 4y, 7. Add these vertically. X's cancel out. Y's cancel out. 0 equals 1. That never is true. Thus meaning there is no solution for that linear combination. Coming over here. Ooh, this is interesting. We can divide this by 2. It gives me 3. If I divide this by 5, it'll give me 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide my top one by 2. I'm going to divide this one by 5. When I do that, this is going to give me 3x minus 5y equals 6. This one's going to give me negative 3x plus 5y equals negative 6. If you add these vertically, we get 0 equals 0. So there is an infinite number of solutions. Easier way to write that is infinite number of solutions. That's your abbreviation if you don't want to write it out. All right, 9 and 10. Okay, numbers, everything's lined up. Looks like I'm going to cancel out my y's. My y's are good to go. So this is going to be 2x when I add them vertically. This is going to be 12. X is 6. Plug 6 back in. I'm going to get negative 18 plus 2y equals negative 6. 2y equals 12. Y is positive 6. Solution point is 6, 6. Okay, next one, 10. All right, I'm going to go after the y's here. So I'm going to multiply the top one by negative 4. Watch what happens, right? Negative 20x plus 8y equals negative 48. Rewrite the bottom one, negative 9x minus 8y. Notice how the y's are the same number, but one's positive, one's negative, so I can add them. So negative 29x equals basically negative 29. Excuse me. So x is going to be positive 1. A positive 1 in here, 5 times 1 minus 2y equals 12. So this is 5 minus 2y equals 12. Negative 2y will equal 7. Well, that's fun. Then divide by 2. So y is negative 3.5. I want to check this one, even if it's meddling. So this is basically negative 3.5 times 2 is 7. And then this is 5. Yeah, that works. So that's good. This is negative 9. If I have two of them is 7, 4 times 7 is 28. This is going to be positive 28. And yeah, 28 minus 9 is 19. So yeah, it does check out. This is actually correct. So yeah, that's a little different. All right, let's keep rolling. We have 11 and 12 here. Okay, looks like I'm going to cancel out my x's by multiplying by 2's. This is 6x plus 4y equals 12. This is negative 6x minus 3y equals negative 6. This is going to be 6. This is going to be y. X's cancel out. I'm going to put y back in. I'm going to get 3x plus 2 times 6 equals 6. So 3x plus 12 equals 6. So 3x equals negative 6. X is negative 2. Okay, so we're looking at negative 2 comma 6. That looks good. Number 12. I'm going to probably divide this top one by 3. I'm going to divide this one by 4. Dividing by 3, I get negative 3x plus 2y equals 0. Negative 3x plus 2y equals 0. So probably should have done negative 4 here. That makes this positive negative. You're going to get 0 equals 0. So this is infinite number of solutions, okay, because they overlap. All right, coming over here, I'm probably going to multiply, let's see, this one by 3. This is negative 45x minus 6y, negative 93. This is going to stay 11. This is going to stay positive 6y and 4x. So add vertically, negative 41x equals negative 82. X is going to be 2. Okay, I'm going to put 2 back in. So this is going to be 8 plus 6y. Notice I'm putting it in the bottom equation because 2 times 4 is 8. So when we get 6y equals 3, y will be a half. So we're looking at 2 half. Okay. Where are we at? 14. Looks like I can multiply this one by 3. And that's going to make everything happy. 18x minus 3y equals negative 6. Negative 18x plus 3y equals 4. So add them vertically. These cancel out, leaves me with nothing. No solution for that matter. Okay? And let's wrap this up. Got a bunch more here. Okay. What I'm going to do is multiply this guy by 2. So this is 2x minus 2y equals 6. Negative 2x plus 2y equals negative 6. So this is 0 equals 0. Infinite number of solutions. Okay. Over here, I'm going to multiply this top one by negative 9. Or the bottom one, I should say. So I'm going to rewrite the bottom one to the top one. Now I'm going to have negative 9x minus 18y minus 108. 9 times 12 is 108. So this is negative 23y. This is negative 138. My bad. Okay, so I'm going to divide by negative 23. So y is going to be positive 6. So I'm going to put 6 in. So this would be x plus 12 equals 12. X is going to be 0. Okay, so 0, 6. That's my solution. Guys, the last 6 seconds, I posted up 17 and 18. Try them on your own, see if you can get a match up. Have a great day, guys.